And King Gary, the media assassin, coming at y'all with another video. And again, watching this pop out show with Kendrick Lamar, I gotta say that this is a prime example of being the byproduct of the Dr. Dre boot camp. And you could tell by this performance that Kendrick Lamar was a part of that. He went through the motions of it. And you see the results. The breath control was on point. The selection of songs, the stage presence, how he commands the crowd, everything was executed with perfection. And you couldn't help to do that but being under somebody that is like a sensei in this rap game, and that's Dr. Dre. He learned that from Dr. Dre. I remember MC8 saying on the interview with B High, he said when he worked with Kendrick Lamar, he took this thing serious. He had the beat, he had the concept, he had the direction. He wanted 8 to say what he wanted to say on the song. He wanted to write this line in. All this came from learning under Dr. Dre tree, because Eminem is the same way. If you look at some of the stories that people have and working with him, when you're an understudy of somebody like Dre, he taught Eminem how to make perfect records. And you can't argue with the track record. I mean, he'll sit you in there for hours and hours and hours just to work on 3 lines. And if you can survive that, it's going to rub off on you, because then you're going to expect that form of perfection and you're going to take the craft so serious. And he took Eminem in when, during that time where he was homeless and he had no choice but to learn, because this was a do or die situation. He taught him how to make perfect records. If he messed up, Dre would have you in that bitch all day and night. And it shows in his performance. And now you see how serious he takes it. Whereas you look at the stories from Akon, Exhibit, DJ Quick, and all them. Game said this. Game said this on his first day with Dre. He said, you better be prepared for it, and it'll be for a long night, because he gonna coach you on word for word until it's 100. You gonna be in there all night long. See, people be sitting there looking at the fantasy. They be talking about, man, this is my dream to work with Dr. Dre. Man, Dr. Dre will break a nigga down, man. Snoop said this, that he told Too Short he seen niggas buckle, break down, and that boot camp cry, because Dre is such a perfectionist. He had Too Short sitting there for almost 8 hours just to save the pussy. And then Dre, on top of that, you can work on a project with him and he'll scrap it and they'll do it again. Scrap it and do it again. There's no telling how much shit is in that vault, y'all. There's no telling how much stuff is in that vault, man. That's $1 billion vault right there. That vault and the Death Row vault is probably the most accessible in hip hop. And this is the reason why, like, even on when you're in the studio, it's not just with lines. It's also a sound effect. He'll sit in there like a mad scientist for 3 to 4 hours just to get your sound effect right. That's how mind-boggling that creative process is. So you niggas sitting there talking about, oh, my biggest dream is to work with Dr. Dre. You gonna be in that motherfucker all night long, man. So you better bring a pillow and a blanket, because Dre gonna break you down. Now, the only one that he couldn't do it to was Tupac. Because Tupac, he had the type of mentality where he feeling in the moment, but it's more aggressive. We gonna go in, we gonna knock it out. One take, nigga. One take in. If you ain't if you ain't with the energy, you out of here. People should look at that background of the Machiavelli album, man. How aggressive and how fast paced they was working. It's really no W either way, because with Pac, you gotta be like on it. One take in. If you ain't got your verse finished doing the song, you ain't on the song. With Dre, you gotta be prepared for a pillow, blanket, and some chips. Cause you ain't gonna be in there thinking, oh, I'm gonna go in there and do a 2-hour session. Nigga, you gonna be in there for at least about 3 days. But yeah, that's just something interesting I just wanted to share, because you see the results on how Dre molds and makes stars. You see it with Snoop Dogg. You see it with 50. You see it with Game. You see it with Eminem, Kendrick. It's crazy, man. But let me know what you guys think. Subscribe, hit the like button. Peace.